the very first person to come into the chat just typed out the N-word in all caps and was never seen again. So since then, I've not streamed on YouTube. I was like, yeah, I ain't dealing with that. You could just crouch in a little water trench. Yeah, I could, but like, I want to get through that area fast, you know? At least I want to try. I want to try and get through that area as fast as possible. So like, I like using the jetboard like to try and get like speed on them, like speed and height away from them, you know. Like I can do it sometimes. It just depends on like the way they shoot. Depends on the way they decide they want to shoot their lasers. If you jump and dive, you can break lots of things. Breaking stuff's fun, right? I wonder if that just forces me downwards because, you know, gravity. That'd be interesting. Maybe we can get into Mars 2 at a semi-decent time this time, you know? Also, I want to change up my overlay a little bit. I'm gonna ask... Well, I've asked Mortis, because I believe Mortis in Boomer's Discord server, I believe he... yeah, he does. Or they. I'll say they. You know, I believe they do, like, editing. Not editing, I believe they do, like, overlays and stuff. So I might see what they can do. Or I might see what they're able to do. Like, see how good some of the stuff is, like, that they can produce, but, you know. I might just see that, and then if it's like some like amazing POG stuff, like that I'm like really interested in, I will actually commission, and like they can help me out. But he's streaming right now, so I'm not gonna bother him. Not gonna bother them. I don't know. I don't know how they like, you know. Ah, come here. Where'd you go? There you go. I wish Jak 4 existed. Honestly, same. Like, I don't know if you've seen, but imagine imagine Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Like, imagine that, their graphics, like how amazing them graphics were. Imagine that on a Jak game. That would be Jak 4 for me, personally. Like them graphics on a Jak game, them and that like storytelling. Like, here's how I'm thinking, right? The graphics of Rift Apart, because the graphics of Rift Apart are amazing. I don't know if you have you seen PS5 stuff. Like, I don't know if you've seen any PS5 stuff or any Rift Apart gameplay or anything like that, but the graphics are downright incredible. It's like actually scary how good their graphics are now. Like, imagine them graphics with the storytelling quality of The Last of Us, the gameplay of Jak, like the original gameplay, like, you know, well, maybe not the original gameplay, like some like similar gameplay, you know, or how Ratchet's gameplay was similar in Rift Apart, like to how he was like back on the PS3 and PS2. So like maybe they could just make like a, instead of an older grown-up Jak, maybe they'll just like still list this Jak, but like after Jak 3. You know, that kind of thing. Like, imagine that, like the gameplay of Jak, the storytelling quality of The Last of Us, like the movie-esque quality of The Last of Us, and the narration, and then like, you know, the graphics of Rift Apart. Like, imagine how amazing that game would be. Like, that game would be, like, it'd be incredible just how good that game is. I own a PS5 and Rift Apart, and it was one of the best games I've ever played, honestly. it was a treat to go through. I did it all on stream as well. Sadly, my stream was limited to 720p at the time because of internet issues. And it still looked really good in 720p. Like, me and my friends, we all we were like little curious little girls at the time. Like, we were so excited. Like, we were so excited just to like even play it. Like, they were all playing League of Legends in the Discord call. And then I pop in like with PS5 on and all that, like counting down to Rift Apart, because I had it pre-ordered. And the game was there, like the full timer was like ready to go and all that. I booted it up. We all sat down. We watched. Oh my god, it was amazing. Like I played for an hour, like 2-3 hours that night. Like, I played it for 2 or 3 hours, and oh my god, it was, like, incredible. I finished it the next day. I 100%ed it literally, like, a day and a half later. Not gonna lie, River Ping F. Hell yeah. Well, Oh, a second over. Good damn. Honestly, one of my older viewers was so obsessed with Rivet that he tried to send me Rivet Rule 34, and I was not happy. I was like, bruh, please don't ruin this for me. Not yet. Would smash her fluffy ass, oh my god. I mean, fair enough, like, but whatever you're into, like, I can't blame you. She's very... I don't know, she's weirdly attractive for a furry animated character. Is that weird to say? That's weird. That is weird as fuck to say, but like, you know. I apologize for that, but you know. Weird, no lol. Fair enough. I mean, whatever you're into, I guess. I didn't want to ruin my experience by even like remotely looking at any of that, like, you know, because I was enjoying the game far too much. What internet provider are you with? I am with Virgin Media. Ta, fitting. Oh, god damn it. See my amazing joke, aren't I the big funny? Oh god, Virgin is ass. Honestly, it's not bad. Like, compared to some other broadbands, it's definitely not the worst we've had. Like, we used to have Sky and stuff, like, oh my god, it was not pretty. Honestly, this internet is really, really good. I get full internet up here because I'm plugged directly into it. Screw Automod, I know, right? I get full internet because I'm plugged directly into the access port via Ethernet. I get 500 download. 500 download and 40 upload. I get, like, my internet is actually, like, really decent for what we pay for it. Why'd I think it was bombs still? Okay. Come on, I played this literally before. 300 megabytes download? No, not bad. That's not bad. There's actually some pretty nice internet right there, but mine, I like this like, it's got stability issues sometimes. Like, I'm happy with it, but it does have stability issues sometimes. Like, I'd be trying to upload a video for a client, or I'd try and, like, you know, trying to upload a video for a client will be taking a while, that kind of thing. Because, like, the stability issues in well, the internet would kick in. It is Virgin Media, unfortunately. That is the only flaw of our internet. It is not the most stable of things. Who would you date and bang? I cannot believe these words are about to come out of my mouth. I'd bang Kira. I would bang a cartoon character in a video game that doesn't exist with elf ears. I can't believe those words have just come out of my mouth, but... yeah, Kira is much better. Much better than Ashlyn. And that's why I think Jak Ii ruined a little bit. They ruined that relationship. Like, something they had, like, they didn't have really that much chemistry, but, like, you know. Ashlyn's a nice house, though. Yeah, Ashlyn's I guess, like, I'd date her. I wouldn't bang her. Maybe I would. Honestly, they're both attractive, why not? They're both attractive female protagonists. They're both strong, independent female protagonists in the video. They're not protagonists because you don't control them, but like, you know, they're strong characters, strong female characters, you know. Like Ashlyn is very militaristic. That's the word I'm looking for. Ashlyn is very militaristic, and Kira's kind of like, honestly, Kira has the personality of someone I'd actually like date IRL. Like, if a girl had Kira's personality, like, all joyous, all that kind of thing. Like, she's all, like, down to earth, she's, like, joyous, she's, like, happy-go-lucky kind of thing. And she's voiced by Tara Strong in, thing, so that's another win. She's voiced by Tara Strong in Jak Ii, so that's another win. You know? I would be a Crimson Guard in a cosplay event. That'd be cool. Kira's too happy. Yeah, she's like... I don't know, like, she's the... what type of girl, right? There are certain types of girls in the world, right? So there's like the S word. There are them ones. You know, Twitch TOS, don't ban me please. I love you. Where it's just a nice friendly conversation about females and who I'd bang out of Kira and Ashlyn, but you know. But yeah, it's... what type of girl would you say she is? She has she's good... she has good personality. I like a personality like that. Like, she has a character about her, you know? Like, she's not just boobs and an ass. Like, that's what I appreciate about Kira. But Ashlyn, she's kind of like... I don't know, she's very military, that word. Yes, there you go. Wait, whoa, okay. One more attempt, and I really wanted this to be a run, though. Should we do a reset list? Like, we're not losing too much overall time. What would you say? She's like the pretty, innocent girl, you know? Like, I like that personality type. I don't know why. I don't reset, just keep going. Honestly, this level is pain. I fail it once, I'm never getting it again. Like, honestly. Okay, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like dropping there, just so I can get Boomer Cage. And improve over time, yeah. I got that first time last time, but we reset because of the death. Like, I was losing a lot of time because of the death. That cost us a little bit still. Like, we were doing well in terms of time save, but like, we can make this time back. 100% we can make this time back. But, like, you know. What was I saying? Yeah, I like that personality type, and I don't know why. I'm a sucker for a nice personality. Like, I'm a sucker for, like, a happy, kinda, like... I can't explain it. Honestly, I really don't know how to explain it. You know, like the shy, kinda, like, ooh, giggle girl, that kind of thing. I'm a sucker for that personality. I know a few people with a personality like that, but oh my god, like, you know. Face painter Mar and Jak Free is good looking too. I guess so, yeah.
Quiet, here comes pretty boy. Okay, let's do this. Bruce said you'll protect us all the way to the statue.
Like, you get what I mean? Like, you get what like kind of personality type I'm trying to describe. Yes, I do. Okay, good. Just in case, you know. Like, how would you describe that personality? Like, no, it's not like, not the S word. Like, not like, you know. She's kind of down to earth. She's flirty. She's like cute. It's a cute. She's a cute. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. I know a few girls like that, but they can be very sensitive. Suspiciously damn good. But yeah, you get what I mean. Like, the cute girl. You know, not like someone who's slept with everyone in the class kind of thing, but like, you know. Like the cute, innocent girl who's just like kinda... I'm gonna stop now because I'm trying to over-explain myself. But you get what I mean. That's the personality type I like, and I think that's the personality type that Kira kinda had. Ish. Like, she... Honestly, like... You know. Like, Ashlyn, I feel... she'd be the popular one who slept with everyone. Like, in a way, you know? So I guess that is what the water trenches are for, just to block, like, just to stop you getting hit by them, like, randomly. Why'd you turn that way, bro? Like, I know girls like that. I know like what I described, like the innocent, you know, nice, cute girl. I know that girl. Like, I've met people like that. But for their personality, they still have incredible looks. Like, honestly, they're oh. You know, it's that kind of thing. That's what I'd like in a girl. But they are also they can be really sensitive. They didn't take too kindly to like certain things that you'd say, or like, and things like that. I definitely know a girl like that. Like, bless her heart, she was amazing, but you know, she's not the type of girl I'd see, like, you know. Personality is more important than looks. Yeah, that's what I liked about this one person that I knew. She had both. She had a really good personality and she was really, really good looking. But she was too sensitive. Like, in my opinion, she was too sensitive. Like, I couldn't really be myself around her because she would get offended really easily. You know, that kind of thing. Affiliate grind, you say, looks like a lurk while you're streaming. Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Thunder. Welcome. But yeah, ticklish. You get what I mean, though. Like, it was that type of girl, you know, the one I couldn't really be myself around because if I said the wrong thing, like, she'd get offended, that kind of thing, and she'd start hating me a little bit, and then, you know, there was that girl that I knew. She was a great girl. She was great looking. I liked her. She had some nice features. You know, I honestly, if I could, I'd talk to her again. But I've kind of cut all ties with her because of the whole sensitive thing. They should have included a song like, okay, I got a secret. Maybe. I don't know. Features progress. Yeah, you got what I mean, though. You know, trying to be nice for Twitch terms of service, you know. I mean, I can't really comment. I've never seen them. But, you know. Like, I've kind of cut ties with her. I kind of cut ties with her because of, like, we weren't really getting along anymore. Like, nothing bad. It was kind of like, oh, you know, she's moved on. She's doing her own thing. Like, I'm struggling to hold a decent conversation with her, so I'm just like, okay, I'll leave you be. You're happy without me, you know. Like, come to think of it, I invited her out at one point. I was like, oh, you know, we should, it's been a while. Like, you know, school's been closed because of the cough for a little while. I've not seen you in a while. And then she's just like, and I was like, you want to like meet up somewhere, you know? Go out, just two friends, you know. There's a new film coming out. I really wanna watch that. You know, it wouldn't be like a date thing. It'd be a lot more like, oh, you know, just two friends chilling. You know, we've not seen each other for a while, that kind of thing. And she's like, oh, I don't know, you know. I'm like, oh, why? Is it just because I asked? And then she's like, no, it's kind of a little bit out of nowhere. To be fair, it was like one of the first conversations I've had for a while. But like, that's the whole point, you know. Like, I didn't want to build up to anything. I was just like, yeah, you know what? We should catch up. Like, you know, if we were still like as close as we were, then I would 100%, like, she probably would have accepted, honestly. She'd be like, yeah, let's go, let's go out. Like, hell, it might call me the other S word, the one that Twitch has also banned, if you really want. But honestly, I don't have a car, and she does, she drives. And I was like, honestly, you drive, I'll pay. That kind of thing, you know? Like, I'll pay for the whole day, like, I don't care. But, like, you're driving, you know, that kind of thing. Like, it's a win-win. Like, she doesn't like, because I know she doesn't like being she doesn't like being a taxi kind of thing, you know? Like, she doesn't like it when people are, she doesn't like it when people just ask her to take them places. You know, like, she'd rather be invited out and then, like, have an excuse to use the car, kind of thing. Friends with benefits? No chance. A real taxi or a fake one? Okay, stop. This is, like, you know. Also, I could have got a time save if I grabbed a zoomer, but, you know. We're talking about females here, Jak. Speedrunning community, you know. The thing is, right, with the whole friends with benefits thing or whatever, right? Honestly, I don't think she's the type of girl for that. Like, she doesn't go very, like, I don't see why she would, but she's never really exposed her encounters, her sex life or anything at all, but, like, to my knowledge, I don't know. Honestly, I was that bland, I couldn't see. She could be holding up a sign saying, shag me, and I'd still think, like, you know. I don't think she's that type of girl, though. Honestly, she's the type of girl, like, you wouldn't see doing that kind of thing. If that makes sense. Like, who knows, maybe she's the S word. You know? But I'm not assuming anything. Because I've asked her about, like, boy stuff, and she's, like, deliberately, like, dodged the question. She's like, not a great time for that kind of thing. Like, so I'm thinking... What I was originally thinking, like, maybe she's having problems with a lad, maybe, you know, something's going on there, and she's not very happy with it, and, like, that's why the whole, like, she's not really talking to me as much anymore, and she's not really, like, engaging that much in conversation. I think that is why, in my opinion. This is what I was thinking, like, maybe that's why, maybe just because I have a penis. it's that kind of thing, you know? I don't know. Could be wrong. Maybe she just sees all men as dicks. Or maybe it's just the fact that she's just lost interest. Because I think there was a mutual point in her life, 100%. Like, I believe this to this day. There was a point in her life, in my life, in our lifetime, that she actually liked me. Liked me, because I believe she talked about me at one point to her friends. And it was mostly compliments. I believe. Like, she talked about me, but then something went horribly wrong, and like, you know, something went horribly wrong, and then like it didn't pan out the way that I would have liked anyway. But do you get kind of what I mean though? Like, she has the look like she wouldn't be into that kind of thing. Like, you know, you get what I mean? Like, if we go back to the whole, like, friends with benefits thing, haha, lol, funny, right? If we go back to that thing, like, I don't think honestly, she's the type of girl to do that. I can't see it. Like, not even just the friends with benefits, just, like, you know, into sex and intercourse in general. I don't see it. Like, she's too much of a... Okay, here you go. Here it is. She's too much of a sweetheart kind of thing, you know? Like, I'd genuinely be surprised if that would have happened. But who knows? Maybe she's a player. Or the equivalent, you know? I don't know what she gets up to on the weekends, you know? But it's really sad. It's really unfortunate because I did quite like her. Like, there was a point in my life that I was like, yeah, actually, she's really nice. She's, you know, she's paying, you know, that kind of thing. Like, she was nice. She was always really nice to me, but like something went horribly wrong, and now like I don't get that from her. Like, most of our conversations would be like, oh hi, you're right, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you? Oh, yeah, I'm alright myself. Yeah, what you up to? Oh, nothing much. I'm like, oh yeah, not much either, you know. Nothing much either. It's got anything planned? She's like, nah, you know. And then it's like, where the hell do you go from here? Like, got any weekend plans? No, just, you know, doing the thing. Like, where do you go from there? Like, I can't carry a conversation if it's try. And I think she feels it'd be the same for her, you know, like, if, like, I have, like, really dry responses or whatever, like, because, like, I'm not feeling the vibe of the convo, you know, like, it's that kind of thing. You know, cheeky, breaky, hard base. Honestly, I don't see myself in a relationship either. I don't know how we're still on this topic. We've been on this topic for a while, but like, you know, I don't see myself in a relationship. The last one kind of crashed and burned, like, after 3-4 months, so... I mean, it was great. I enjoyed them 3-4 months very much, like, but... Okay, I don't know what that noise was. Don't take that, like, weirdly, but, like, you know. This different girl, by the way. Completely different person. Hell, completely different personality. Completely different person altogether. Like, she was like, oh, you know, like social anxiety, like nervous to say something when I get on with guys better than females. No, I actually get on with girls a lot better than I get on with lads, but like, it is that social anxiety. Like, I can talk to them fine over like Snapchat or over FaceTime or over the phone or whatever, or over Discord. I can talk to them fine like that, but when it comes to like face to face, unless I like actually know the person, like say the person that I was on about before, like, you know. That was really lucky and really cool. Okay, like the person I was on about before, like I was actually like terrible around her. Like I've known her for years at this point. Like this is like year 9-ish. It's like year 9. It's back in high school, right? Year 9. Like I was terrible around her. Like honestly, I'd shake. I'd be shaking like around her. Like I wouldn't be looking at her at all. Cut to like 3-4 years later, after like talking to her a bit, like, you know, getting to know her, like, Okay, I'm not gonna lie, flirting. I flirted with her. We flirted a little bit. Oops. Like, after that, I got... Hello, game? Game, please. Game, I beg of you. Okay. Like, after that kind of thing, I got to know her a little bit better. I can actually look her in the eyes and actually talk to her, have a genuine, like, grown-up conversation with her. Like, that kind of thing. I was a lot better when I knew her, like that. And I think a large majority of it was because me and her actually used to sit on FaceTime when I had my Mac, when I had a MacBook. Me and her used to sit on FaceTime for like 3 or 4 hours, like, so often. Like, I was upset at one point, like, you know, something bad happened in the family or whatever, like, not like, nothing, like, majorly serious, but something, like, made me, like, not very happy, really upset, and I was talking to her about it over, like, Snapchat, and she's like, oh, do you want to FaceTime? Maybe we can help you feel better, you know, that kind of thing, and then she, like... We had a FaceTime, we had a chat, it was really nice, and then, honestly, she is my type of girl. But as I say, she's got the looks, she's got a really, really nice personality, she is attractive. But she's a little sensitive, in my opinion. Like, maybe it's just me, how I feel about her, but, like... Huh? Wait, that was weird. Maybe it's just the way I feel about her, but, like, I feel she's a little bit sensitive. Like, you say the wrong thing, like, all hell breaks loose, that kind of girl. That's the kind of girl she is. Like, remove that from the equation, she's perfect. But, like, I get it, honestly. Like, most of probably the majority of the reasons that she originally didn't vibe with me much was because of my terrible skills in talking to the old women. But honestly, if I could... This is a really weird angle. But if I could take that back, honestly, if I could take it back, if I could take everything in the past back, I would. 100%. Like, I'm really glad to have met her, but if I could have done better, like, knowing what I know now, like, not saying I'm like a, oh, you know, I'm amazing with the ladies, huh? You know, not saying that, but like, you know, like, knowing what I know now, if I knew that back in the day, and I applied that back in the day, honestly, me and her would be together. I can guarantee you me and her would be together, if I knew how to talk to her properly. Like, you get my point with that, kind of, you know? Like, I'm deadly serious by that, by the way. Like, honestly, I genuinely feel if I had the confidence back in the day, me and her would be together today. Like, hell, she could have been, like, sitting right beside me today. You know, that kind of thing. And she wouldn't just be the girl in my story on Twitch. She would be my female companion, you know? But, you know, not all things happen that way. But yeah, maybe another day. Maybe another time, you know? I want to talk to her again. Honestly, I want to, like, pop up and be like, oh, hi, you know, I want to actually try and talk to her. Like, properly talk to her, see how it's going on, like, you know? Because, weirdest thing, we kind of stopped talking to each other, just to kind of stop, like, flirting back and forth. We kind of stopped that around the time she went to university, so what I was thinking, like, most of the negativity probably was because of a boy, but also probably because of uni stress, because, like, I'd message her, she'd take a little second to, like, not even a second, she'd take a good, like, hour or two to respond, like, most of the time. Like, I'm thinking, she admitted to me as well, yeah, I'm stressed, honestly, I'm feeling stressed and I don't know how to talk about it. I didn't know how to help her, honestly. Like, this was, like, 4-ish months ago. Like, I didn't know what to say, I didn't know how to help her. I was like, I get what you feel, like, you know, I'm doing these videos every day, it's different. I tried to compare it to me, she probably didn't like that, like, you know. Life happens, you know, I wish it could have gone different, but sadly it didn't. Hell, if I could talk to her, like, I can talk to her, I could probably just, like, I have a number, I could just ring her if I really wanted to, but, like, no guarantee she'd respond to me. Like, hell, I don't know her love life. I don't know her, like, current relationship status. I haven't checked in with her for, like, 3 or 4 months. Well, not properly. I've not checked in with her for, like, a good 3 or 4 months, so, like, in theory, she could be with a guy. She could be with a lad, and, like, I'd get beat up, you know, that kind of thing. It's happened before. I've not been beaten up by a guy, like a girl's boyfriend or anything like that, but I have been threatened into a fight because I was friends with his boyfriend. Not his. No, I was friends with her boyfriend. No, I was friends with her, and her boyfriend wasn't happy. Different girl, by the way. I actually kind of liked her. Do you know, I really wish I could talk to her, that one again, like, completely different girl. I wish I could I wish I could say their names, but, or even just make up names for them. But I'm not going to, because that requires too much brain power, and most of my brain power is currently focused on, well, one, telling a story about my life, and two, protecting the Samus right now, so... But, like, you get my point, right? Like, I'm worried about that possibility. Like, I'm not really the jealous type. I am a little bit, actually. I'm not really the jealous type, but, like... You know, like, if she was with another guy, and I'm like, you know what? Fair enough, lad. Good for you. Her name's Protect Our Identity, I get you. And also, it's just really awkward. Like, I feel like it's really awkward. Like, this is stuff I'm talking about in the past, you know? Like, I may say their names, like, I know you're not gonna go over to, like, their Instagram, oh, how dare you, how dare you not go on a date with Rakonde, oh my god, he's, like, the best Jak Ii speedrunner that ever was. Like, you know, that's not gonna happen, I know that for a fact, but, like, you know, like, it's weird. Like, different girl, right? I wish I could talk to her, like, this different girl. Fine, black hair and brown hair. We'll call them black hair and brown hair. Black hair was the one with the boyfriend who I got threatened by. Black hair, and then brown hair was the one with the, like, really good personality. The one we were talking about for, like, a while, you know? Pretty much black hair, right? I don't know how, like, I wish I could talk to her again. She was, like, actually a really close friend. She was, like, she was an S-word kind of thing, you know? Like, I met her, we were on a school trip for, sounds kind of cringe saying this out loud, right? We were on a school trip, and, like, you know, I was chilling with my friends, we were having a laugh. It was great, because we were let off to do our own thing. And then, like, we'd come across them. We come across those two, and, like, I actually start up a conversation with them, and, like, I get along, we have a little bit of fun, you know, that kind of thing. Well, not fun, nothing happened on that school trip, but, like, you know. But, like, we have a little bit of fun, we mess around, like, we make jokes, we chill out with each other. It's a vibe, you know. She's a nice girl, she's a bit, you know, and how do I say this without, like, putting it offensively? Well, not no offense, but she was, like, well, not even no offense, but, like, she was a bit emo-ish, like, you know? That kind of thing, right? She was nice. I loved her. Well, I didn't love her. I liked her. Like, I sat next to her in music. We made jokes. Like, really, really dirty, not safe for work jokes. Like, that. It was that kind of thing, you know? And then I learned she has a boyfriend. Right, I learned she has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend is not happy in the slightest that I'm even remotely friendly with her. So he threatens me. Right, he threatens me and, like, oh no, I didn't mean all that, and he's like, yeah, that's fair enough, lad, but, like, you know, stay away. Like, and I'm like, okay, fine, but, like, me and her, we still talk, we were still talking, because she was in my class. Like, I sat next to her in one of my classes, you know? I sat next to her in one of my classes, and, like, I can't not talk to a new friend, you know? Like, we had fun, we vibed, it was a great, grand old time. But he wasn't very happy that I was still talking to her. So that's when he was like, okay, I know where your school is. We're having a fight. And I'm like, fine, I'm not one to shy down from a challenge. He's a bigger bloke, he's got a mustache. and he is also the father to her child. But you know, I was gonna make sure he can never have another child, or you know, that kind of thing. He never showed up. Just saying, but like you know, it was an empty threat. You know. I don't even know where I was going with this, actually. Oh yeah, I want to talk to her again, but she has a boyfriend and a 2-year-old. I don't think that will be a very good conversation. I go, hi, how are you? Yeah, well, I haven't spoken in time. How's your child? Like, you know. Hell, I even made the joke when she was pregnant. Hope it's not mine, lol. She had a good laugh at that, but like, you know, I was happy for her. Honestly, I was happy for her, but like, I was like, really, like, you know, could have, like, with him of all people as well. Like, no offense to him. I'm sure he's a swell fella. Hell, I don't even know if they're still together, because you know, it's been 2 years since I've talked to this one. I hope you're enjoying this story, by the way. I'm having a grand old time here. Just telling a nice little story about my personal life, you know. I'm having a grand old time, you know. And, you know, personality. Well, not personality, like, I mean, brown hair. We called her brown hair, just for, like, you know. I'd love to talk to her again, but honestly, I think she wants nothing to do with me. I don't know why I think that. That's the wrong button. There you go. Okay. I don't know why I think that, but, like, well, I do know why. Because our conversations, they weren't going anywhere. They were really not going anywhere, sadly. Like, it was... No offense to her, I'm sure there's some stuff going on in her personal life, but... Oh, I'm sure there's some explanation for why she just, like, randomly decided to be... Not negative, but, like, less talkative. Like, it went from talking pretty much, like, religiously to not really talking that often. And then it went from not really talking that often to, like, you know... Like, not talking at all, kind of thing. Like, I could pop up to her right now, she could, like, say hello. Like, you know, that'll probably be where it ends, honestly. Honestly, most of that conversation will end after, how are you? Or like, what are you up to? Nothing much. What about you? Like, how do you respond to that? Like, realistically. Like, yeah, I'm not really up to much either. Like, and then she just blanks the message after that. She's like, oh yeah, cool. You know, how do you... Like, there are probably plenty of ways to respond. It's probably just my inexperience of talking to the female gender. Also, sorry if the stream's lagging a little bit. It's because of the capture. Honestly, it might sound a little, just a tiniest bit cringe, but I genuinely wanted to, like, sort something out. Like, you know, I wanted me and her to, like, sit down and just talk, like, face to face even. Just, you know, just sit down, have a chat, like, what's going on, are you okay, like, how, is everything fine, like, we've not spoken in so long, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I genuinely wrote down, like, and I was gonna send, like, you know how on, like, I don't know if you use Snapchat at all, Ticklish or anything, but, like, if, like, there's a voice notes thing on Snapchat, I was gonna send her, like, 6 of them, just talking about, like, look, like, I don't know what's going on in your life or whatever, I don't know, like, how this is, but I'm gonna explain what I think, what I feel, and, like, you know, we'll take it from there. Like, if you don't want to talk anymore, that's fine. Like, if you don't want to talk anymore, that's fine. I won't message you, but if you genuinely want to be friends, if you want to be more than friends, whatever, just tell me. Because, like, you know, because we had a good in my opinion, we had a good thing going. Like, me and her, we had a good thing going. We'd talk, like, after school every day. Honestly, it was very awkward around her. Like, that's probably a reason why, like, my social anxiety, or my, like, it's mild social anxiety. I can talk to people after, like, a while, but, like, it's still, like, you know, it's still bad. Like, it is bad, but, you know, like, that social anxiety is more, like, probably one of the reasons she was put off in the first place. As well as, like, I kinda did a very bad. I'm not gonna go into detail about that because I can't remember exactly what it was. But I kinda did it very bad, but that is also, like, in my defense, right? Like, I was in the wrong 100%, like, for what happened. Like, I believe. But in my defense, she is very sensitive. Like, it kind of caught me off guard. Like she's a little bit, like, sensitive. She's like, oh, like, you get what I mean? Like, you know, like, a lot of things would probably offend her. That kind of thing. Like, if I could, I would just sit down, use the voice notes or whatever. I genuinely wrote out, like, a giant, not even a giant script, like a page script, just to talk, like, just to read off, you know, just to say everything I want to say. Like, I wrote down what I was feeling, you know, kind of thing. And I wanted to talk to her about that, but I never did. I mean, I don't remember the reason. Or do I? The reason I never did was because we stopped talking, really. And I'm not gonna pop up randomly, like, oh, you know, with this just giant, like, a lot of messages, like, just out of nowhere, and she's like, oh, yeah, cool, whatever. Like, what's her reaction gonna be? Like, oh, that's really sweet, thanks for telling me that, or like, oh, okay. Like, you know, like, I don't know, that's the thing. But, like, yeah, my track record with the female gender, hasn't gone smoothly. I want to say, I saw the cutest thing as well. Like, 2 weeks ago when I found the Twitch stream I mentioned before, in the like, who was doing the Jack Deathless runs, and he was like the nicest guy ever, right? He's a great guy. Moon. If he was live, I'd host him, like, after the stream. But like, he's not live. He's probably doing school stuff. He's got college stuff to do, because he goes to university now, I think. It's kind of cool. But like, you know, like his girlfriend is so supportive of what he does. Like, she sits in his Twitch chat and genuinely talks to him. Like, genuinely talks to him. She sits in his Twitch chat, like, interacts with his viewers, interacts with him. Like, reacts to what's going on in the stream. She knows, like, what's going on, and then, like, you know, that's the kind of relationship I want. You know, someone just, like, not even just to sit in my Twitch stream, but, like, you know, just someone I can get along with. Why are we still on the topic of relationships? Someone bring something else up, please. Unless you all want to talk about relationships, like, you know, how have you all been? You know? Like, I hope you understand the point that I'm making. Like, the points that I am trying to make, anyway. Monster energy. Hell yeah. There you go, Ticklish, right? You're probably more confident in this kind of thing than me. Do I message her? Like, do I pop up to her and try and see what's wrong? Or, like, try and see what I can do to help her, kind of thing, you know? Or do I pop up to her and, like, see if she is even interested in, like, being a friend anymore? You know, that kind of thing. Or, like, or just pop up to her and chat with her. Is this the one with the kid and the other one? Different one. The other one that I've been going on about for far too long, who is definitely not my crush for, like, 4-5 years. But, you know. It's really cute when I put it that way, actually. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it might just be creepy. But, like, I would talk to her if I could. But it doesn't help my social anxiety either. Like, hell, I was gonna say, like, if I knew, like, if I could, I'd phone her, but I don't know if her number's the same. I don't know if she changed her number at all. Because I could just ring her, like, tomorrow, like, out of the blue. Just ring her, like, you're right. How are you? You know, that kind of thing, but she probably didn't have my number saved. If she ever did, and that's, like, really cute, or she, like, doesn't, and then I'm just a stranger to her, and then she doesn't, like, really care anymore. That kind of thing. Like, you get kind of my points that I was making before. Like, she was a really good friend. She was a really close friend. I flirted a bit with her. Like, we were very chill together. We were loving life, you know. Something went horribly wrong. She kind of stopped talking to me, and like, it was not great, realistically. Like, at the end of the day, it wasn't the best. To be honest, I don't know from experience. To be honest, I would kind of move on and meet other females in life. She might feel uncomfortable speaking to you or just wants to move on. I don't know. But the thing is, nothing really happened in between us. Like, I know after a while she stopped liking me. Like, she saw me just as, you know, that as a friend. I was just a friend to her at that point. So I don't think it's a relationship thing. Honestly, I genuinely think it's because, like, you know, I think she's having problems of her own. Like, I don't know if it's school stress, I don't know if it's, like, relationship stress. Like, maybe she was in a relationship and it all went wrong. Because not long ago, she popped up just randomly out of the blue. Like, not long ago. This was, like, after an argument as well. Like, a month or two after, like, a little fight, little falling out. Itchy nose. She popped up and she told me, like, something. She told me something and she said, please keep this to yourself. I've not told anyone about this. You're the only one I really trust about this. So I kept it to myself, and I've never told anyone to this day what that thing was. Like, I thought that was like, oh, maybe this is it, you know? Maybe this is it. Maybe this is like, oh, she's finally comfortable enough to start talking to me again. Or she's finally comfortable enough to, like, actually recognize me, that I'm there for her, you know, kind of thing. That sounds cringe. But, like, you know, like, she trusts me enough with something that she apparently didn't even tell her best friend. She apparently didn't. I don't know if I believe that. I believe it. You know, I'll believe it. For her sake, I'll believe it. Right? She didn't even tell her best friend what she told me that day. And, like, that's the best friend that she literally spends every single day of her life with. That's the best friend she talks about, well, she talks to and talks about non-stop. You know, that kind of thing. She didn't even tell her. But she told me. Like, me of all people. I don't know, maybe she was feeling bad about, like, what happened with the, like, the little mini falling out. Oh my god, these guards are so persistent after this race. Start so and say, hey, it's me, how are you doing? Hope all is well. We haven't spoken for quite a while. I was hoping, yeah, I could do that. You know, see what she thinks, see what she's, like, feeling, how she is, but, like I said, I don't think she really is interested in me anymore, as that kind of thing. Like, because she told me, like, as I said, she told me about, like, what happened in her life, like, that she didn't even tell her best friend. Like, the person she tells everything to, like, she says that, like, she tells me that, me of all people, out of, like, what, it's been, like, 2 months that we haven't spoken because of the, like, the fight. She made an active effort to avoid me completely. Like, I was walking to a shop with another close friend, female, uwu, you know, nothing happened there, sadly. She was interested in someone else anyway, but, like, me and her, we were having a chat. We were walking back from the shops, and she came out of the shop with her friend. Like, the shop in front of us with her friend. And funny enough, I'm talking about the story, like, of what happened at the fight to this friend. And then the friend I was with, she hits me on the chest. She's like, stop. Shh. She points forward, and I see her. Like, we make eye contact, very briefly. This is after our fight, remember? Like, after our, like, little falling out. and like we make eye contact very briefly, and then she turns around to her mate and she goes, she like makes a gesture like, come on, like move faster, let's go, that kind of thing. And I was like, wow, I really don't know how I feel about that. Like, you know, like how do you even begin to feel about that? That was after a fight though. Like after that, like after a month or so had passed after that, she popped up out of nowhere. Like she honestly, I think she honestly was looking for someone to vent to, someone really trustworthy to vent to, and she thought that was me. Maybe she felt bad about like what happened with that thing. Maybe she just wanted to fix things up, you know, like chill out, you know, have a vibe. And that was probably one of the sweetest conversations I had with her, you know. But sadly, those things don't last, and I've not spoken to her properly like that for a good 4 or 5 months. Actually, when was that? It was September. That was a year ago. It was September, October. That was a year ago. Like, it's been a year since I've had a proper deep, like, thought-out conversation with her. Maybe I should just, like, you know, maybe I should just pop up and be like, oh yeah, start off slow, you know, just like say how I feel, what I'm thinking, that kind of thing, you know. But I'm not sure how she'll react. That's like what I'm genuinely terrified of. Like, maybe she'll just think of me as like, oh yeah, you're here again, huh? Oh, you're right, yeah. You know, maybe she'll think of me as like, oh, that guy I'm not really speaking to anymore. Or maybe she'll think of me as like, maybe she thinks of like, you know, I'm an older friend, I'm like, I'm here to have a chat, you know, just pop up, see how things have been. Maybe she's interested in something, you know, maybe like we could do that like little, you know, that little mate date thing that I said that I wanted to do with her. Did that not load? I don't think it loaded. Okay, now it did. It wasn't a mate date. Like, I did ask, like, do you want to go, like, movie, you know? Like, as a friend, there was, it was when the Suicide Squad was about to come out. Like, it was just before, it was in June, actually. It was in June, and it's like, oh, come on. It was in June, and I was like, oh, I really want to go see this film. Do you want to come see it with me? And then she's like, oh, I don't know, you know? And I was like, I didn't know how to take that at first, like that kind of thing, you know? I'd say, fuck it and give it a go. I could. Honestly, I might message her tonight. Like, she's probably asleep now because it's 2 in the morning. But, like, I'm tempted just to, like, try and start up a conversation again. Like, you know, see where things are. Because, like, she's nice, she's great, as I say, great personality, great looks, whatever. But if she's moved on, like, you know, if she's moved on, she's found someone else, like, I'm happy for her, honestly, but, like, if that means then I'd have to move on, and I struggle moving on, like, things like that. Especially since she was, like, one of the closest people in my life. Honestly, I'd go to her with stuff that I wouldn't go to my dad about. I wouldn't go to my mom or dad about. I'd go to her with stuff like that. Like, I go to her about, like, worries, I'd talk, like, on our FaceTime conversations, I'd have a deeper conversation with her than I'd ever had with my mom and dad, like, ever. Like, you know? Like, we talk about school life, we talk about, like, stuff like that. And those were the good old days. Honestly, I might ask for a FaceTime. Like, for good old days, you know, just face-to-face, it'll be more... It'd be nicer than, like, just text, like, oh, yeah, right, huh? You know? That kind of thing. I'm thinking that is the best course of action to go with. But all I know is my friends, some of my friends now, they don't like her anymore. They don't trust her anymore. They're like, they said she was manipulative, she was controlling, things like that. I didn't see that, no. Then again, my friend, one of them friends, did briefly go out with her. One of them friends very briefly went out with her. So, like, briefly, I mean, like, a month. Not even that. That is so laggy. I'm so sorry if that's laggy, by the way, but like, oh, you're not even here for the game, for the speedrun at this point. You're just here for my amazing storytelling. Because, you know, I'm just that cool. There's nothing I can do. Well, there is something I can do, but it requires me to restart the software and stuff. As a 24-year-old, I've had admissions in my life, but female excuse many things, including the well, damn. Thankfully, it was negative. Last year, I switched sexuality and it was open for the first time. I'm pansexual. I'm proud of you. Well done on that one. I'm bad in situations like this. That's the thing, though. Like, there are other fish in the sea and stuff. That friend that I was on about, that I was walking to the shop with, I actually started to like her quite a bit, because me and her got into, like, proper chatting a little bit. There was a little bit of flirting going on. She started putting, like, kisses after, like, every message. And what's it? There's the other person as well, the one I'm trying to, like, the one I was on about. She was doing that as well. She like started that. I don't know if it was to be friendly or to be flirty or anything like that, but she put like actual like kissy faces. Not kissy faces, but like, you know, like an X. She put like an X at the end of every message, and it was like, well cute. Like, and that's how I knew. Like, that's how I judged her like messaging kind of thing. Like, you know, it might sound really weird, but like if she didn't do that, like I could tell in the tone of the message that something was wrong. Kind of thing. I could tell in the tone of that message that something is going horribly wrong, and at that point I was usually right. You know, usually she has this like really quirky, outgoing personality. She's innocent, she's cute and all that, but then like most of the time, if she didn't put like the kiss, like the little X at the end of a message or whatever, like her tone and her like outgoing her quirky personality, all of that was just gone from that. Like, I felt like something was like going wrong. Like maybe there's something wrong, and I was usually right. I got bullied badly in the past and picked on, and people would take the piss out of my autism and such. No one liked me, said it was a horrible past. Honestly, like, that's horrible. Oh, damn. I'm really sorry to hear that, honestly. I hope everything's all good. I hope you're all fine, you know, enjoying the story, enjoying life. Like, I'm bad with this kind of thing, so I'm very sorry, like, to hear that, but I'm really bad. Oh god, my health bar. I'm really bad with this sort of thing, so like, you know. What was I saying? Anyway, like, I'm really, like, sorry to hear that. Like, I hope everything's okay. I hope, like, you're good now, that kind of thing. I don't want to, like, dodge. I don't want to sound, like, rude by trying to dodge that and go back to the story or anything, but, like, you know, I hope all's good. I hope you're having a grand old time, you know, that kind of thing. I'm very sorry, pretty much, you know. Yeah, that was ages ago, just taking it day by day. Hey, that's the best way you can do it, honestly, nowadays, I think. Like, me right now, like, my existential crisis in whether or not I want to talk to a girl again, it sounds so childish, like, to kind of say it like this. I've also gotten that book. I don't even know if it's a book. I think it's just a really weird angle. I've gotten that book so many times. Or that angle so many times now. It's, like, really weird. Like, half part of the level, I think I went the wrong way, and then the elevator to the end of the level didn't load that I'm supposed to go to. But anyway, but yeah. What was I saying though, right? Like, you know that kind of thing, like when you kind of know something's up? That was the vibe I was kind of getting from her messaging. And like, I was usually right, like I'd message her, oh, you alright? She's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, oh, are you sure? Like, you don't seem alright. And she's like, oh, you know what, I'm actually like, you know, like that kind of thing. Like that, I could tell in the tone of the message, like she didn't seem as enthusiastic, she didn't seem like as... She seemed upset, pretty much. That was like how I knew that kind of thing. But like that all stopped. Like all of that stopped. Like I couldn't tell her. I couldn't tell her apart from like what she was feeling from the messages anymore. And I think that was one of the problems. I think one of the best things about my autism and is hypersensitivity, which I can feel pain or temperature. Oh, damn. That is both amazing and probably terrible. Okay, I will get this. Like, I practice this and I do really well, but when it comes to an actual run, like, I suck at it. Lol. Yeah, well, like, that sounds, like, amazing, but at the same time, that sounds like... Oh, like, oh, I could be in, like, really cold weather. Yeah, that's, like, that's amazing. Like, cold weather is, like, grim. I hate cold weather. With a passion. Honestly, I hate being cold. I'd rather be too warm than too cold. But at the same time, like, I think, like, you wouldn't know if something's too cold or too hot, like, you know? Like, it could have, like, bad reaction on the body. Terrible. I've got a mate who has hypersensitivity, and he would... Sorry, let me focus on this really quick. He would wear a t-shirt in any weather any day. Fair enough. Like, you get what I mean. Like, you wouldn't know if something's too hot or too warm. Like, in that case. Ow. Like, I don't know about this, actually, but I feel like I have hypersensitivity. Like, not hypersensitivity, but I feel like I'm a lot hotter than, like, I should be. I get, like, a really weird rash if I'm too hot, or if I'm stressed, like, I get, like, a really weird rash. Like, maybe TMI, but, like, you know. Hell, I even asked the same girl about it, and she has no idea, like, what's going on. But also, like, I think I can feel pain and things, like, especially on my skin. I feel like I can feel that a lot more. Like, that's what I feel anyway. Like, you know, like, it might sound grim, but, like, you know when you pop, like, zits or, like spots and stuff? I'm sorry if that's grim, but I would feel every bit of that pain. Trust me. Like, I couldn't bear that pain. Like, even, like, a little squint, like, a little squeeze, I couldn't bear that pain. Like, someone would flick me and it hurt a lot harder. It hurt a lot more than it should. Someone would slap me, it hurt a lot harder than it should. Like, someone would pinch me, it would hurt a lot harder than it should. Like, that kind of thing, you know? I don't know if that's hypersensitivity or just me being, like, a bitch, but, like, you know. But you get me? Like, that kind of thing. But yeah, just to wrap up this story that I've been telling throughout the whole... This was nice. I completely forgot that we were partway through a speedrun. To be honest, like, halfway through this story. This was nice, you know, nice little story. Nice little topic to go on about, you know, just vibe and... Hope you've all enjoyed the story, but to wrap up, I think I'll try and talk to her. If she doesn't want anything to do with me, then that's fine. I'll move on. There are plenty of fish in the sea. You know, there are people who I care about. Like, obviously she's one of them. I care very much about her. I care about what she feels about. I care that she's happy, kind of thing. It sounds cringe, but, like, you know, there it is. You know, like, if she's happy, you know, like, I'm having a good time with her, she's having a good time with me, like, I'm happy, that kind of thing, you know. But to wrap up, I think I'll talk to her. If she's not, then I'll just move on. Plenty of nice people in the sea. I know some very, very lovely people. I know some very, very lovely people, but also, like, I know some very horrible people. So... Like, I know my friend would definitely disagree with talking to her again. Like, I've told him that, oh yeah, I'm not really talking to her anymore. She's like, you know, nothing's really going on much anymore. And he's like, good, don't talk to her. She's not nice. And I'm like, I don't see it. Honestly, I don't see it now. Maybe that's just me being naive to the fact that I liked her, but I don't see it. I don't see it now. And he has been in a relationship with her, so maybe something went on with that. Man's going to sleep after you succeed. There's no sleep in 1 day and 5 hours. Jesus, bro. How are you still alive and chatting right now? I don't think this is a PB. It'll be really lucky if this is a PB. Like underport and weapons, I actually got pretty decently. Actually, I'm proud of weapons. Underport took a second though. Sleep patterns fucked. Damn. But yeah, we'll continue. We're right at the end of the run. Hope you enjoyed the story though. Oh, like just you know. No, he took damage. I don't mind it. It could be open viewers. Yeah, I like talking to my viewers. I like the interaction. That's why I never ever want to be a massive streamer. I don't want 30, 40,000 people in my chat. I want to talk to people like normally. Like, you know, I can have a genuine conversation with my chat. Like in that case. Like, it's not just people spamming how lol, keg W, lol, you know, not people spamming like cringe ass Twitch emotes in the chat or like stream. It's I can actually have a genuine conversation with the Twitch chat. I'll definitely be back here again. I appreciate it, honestly. I want to do some editing streams as well again. Like once I've upgraded my PC again. Like that's what the goal up there is for. I want to upgrade the PC. Once I've upgraded again. Once I've upgraded the PC and all that again, I'm gonna do some more editing streams. I'm gonna do edit Boomer's videos on stream. We're in the UK. I'm from the Wirral, around Liverpool area. Well, I'm from the Wirral, but people class it more like Liverpool for some reason. Like I'm not Scouse. I'm like I don't live in Liverpool. I currently live on the Wirral, but like you know. Honestly, this is a decent pace. Liverpool, yikes, lol. It's not that bad. I haven't been stabbed yet, so that's nice. We're on good pace. If I can get to construction site like really quickly and then get to core, if I can beat core really quickly, I could probably beat my PB by like maybe a minute, maybe just over my PB. I don't know. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the conversation. Like I hope you enjoyed it. You know, it's just nice to vibe. Newcastle's a beautiful city. You should pop by and visit. I could do actually. I really want to go. I really want to visit Germany. I really want to visit Boomer, and I also really want to go GDQ. Like when I become good enough at Jack running, I really want to go to GDQ. I really want to go to GDQ, and I really want to like sit in a chat. Well, sit on the couch. I want to commentate a run, or I want to run myself. You know, like I know Rubik's. I don't know if you know who Rubik's is. He's another runner who pops by here every now and then. I know he's been on the couch at GDQ, and he's great. He's a nice guy. He's very helpful, but like he's kind of strict. You know. Oh, what a ball! What a ball! Yeah, we're definitely. Yeah, Paul's great, honestly. Like, I'm working with him now. Me and him are working together on some video projects. Me and him are. I'm his new editor, if you didn't know. And we're working on a video at the moment, just finalizing it. It will probably not be uploaded tomorrow. It might be. Hell, I don't know. If it's uploaded tomorrow, then that's really pog. If not uploaded tomorrow, then you'll see the Jak Ii Supercut very soon. Your editing's 10 out of 10. Have you seen any of my edits? I wish I was good. Honestly, it takes practice. I've been editing for like 5 years now. 4 or 5 years. So, been doing quiet client work for a while. Seen the super cool. No, Paul did them once. Oh, god damn it. Paul did them once. I've only recently started working with him. But yeah, we're focusing on a video. We're vibing, you know. Oh come on, bro. It doesn't help that like a lot of stuff is lagging. Like the lightning makes this area lag, so hovers can thingy. Hovers will be dropped like so often. Okay, there you go. If I got in there first time, PB, 100% PB. If I got in there first time, and if we got underport first time, PB. Photoshop is close enough for editing. Yeah, Photoshop's pretty good. It just all depends how fast I can beat core. God damn it. I need to shoot when I'm close to the ground. Paul told me this one. I don't know if I should call him Paul or Boomer. Like, you know, PS5 is smooth AF. This doesn't look like it. I know, like, the stream doesn't look like it. It is kind of lagging a little bit. That's just my capture card, though. Can Dark Jack kill? I think so. Like, if you had dark powers, then yes. I don't have any dark powers because I've not been the Oracle. I think he's slightly invulnerable for that plane. Oh, let's go. There you go. Hey, that's a new PB as well. Oh, these times are ass to compare against, though.